Capricorn, and welcome to your November 2021 reading. And I think this is going to be a little different, Capricorn. Okay. Going to pull those. Tell me about that. Tell me about that. Ooh, Capricorn. Okay, I was wondering when the Earth sign was coming. when the Earth energy was coming. Right? Where is that? Okay. Oh boy, there's some confusion. Either at work, with a group. Who are these people? Sorry. What I meant was, is it family? Yeah, family. There's some confusion about family. You may need to seek guidance or counseling on. What is the situation, Spirit? Ooh, oh boy. For love or money, right? Okay, so this may be an expansion of the family. Somebody else got a reading about a prenup. Getting that vibe from this. It's like a his and hers family. A combined family. Is that what they call it? Blended family. I'm not an expert on that. Sorry. You know, if you're here, you're family. That's it. You know? We don't really do it like that. We don't have step this or step that or, you know, that kind of thing. And that's pretty much, you know, the way it goes. You are what you are willing to defend with your life, is what my dad says. So, you know, if you're family, you're family. Now, there's romance here. There's money here. Thank you, Spirit. There is, yeah, I'm getting it. Like, this is a marriage or a union that has his and hers kids, that has money involved, and it's like wanting to make it official, but there's sort of a conflict there, and you're looking at this and you don't know how to navigate it. There's a confusion here about something. Okay. All right. Yeah. This is like emotional, you know, blackmail. It's like emotional blackmail and manipulation is what I'm getting from this now. Like, you may need to include another person who's not on either side. If this is the situation where we're going to combine families, you might want to get a third party involved so that it doesn't get sticky. Okay? Because it looks like there's a communication problem here. Okay? And this person who you bring in as the third party is a better mediator because that person has no interest here. And I'm not saying it feels like there's a communication thing. Like, we need to talk about it. We need to look at it. We need to see. Because I don't see here where anybody's malicious. It's just confusion. It's like word witchery. It's like, well, you said this, but that's not what I meant. What I meant was this. Well, you didn't say that. Okay, but, you know, why would I mean anything other than this? Like, where are we going with this? You know who I am. I know who you are. We know what our goals are here. Why would you think that? And then it's just a lot of emotional layering too. The manipulation is how in the past, you know, people have been cruel. People have been unkind, you know, even though they were supposed to love you or your person. They have done this. They have said things. They have, you know, they want to be very clear. They want to come into a clear future, a very bright and happy day with this situation. And they don't they want everything spelled out because they're happy. They're in love. You know, things are going well. Just looking at the conflicts, you know, I say bring in a third party. What does Spirit say? Spirit could, you know, advice. Ten of Pentacles. Happy future. Like I said, I don't see anyone being malicious or hurtful. This is having it all, you know? And you can. You just may need to have a third party look at it, because honestly, I just think that because of the past, the both of you are sort of reacting in a certain kind of way. I just don't feel it. And your advice here is that this can end well. So I suggest doing the things that help it to end well. Sometimes we just need some advice, some help, you know, some counseling on that. Okay. Let's take a look here. That's not my clarifier. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. All right. So, yeah, there's a commitment here. You know, there's a decision that has to be made about it too. Oh, someone else in the monthly reading got this too. There has to be an emotional intelligence, okay, and strength, perseverance here. This is about having the experience, you know, in your contracts and commitments, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So, like I said, you want to get somebody involved who's a third party, impartial, has no benefit one way or the other. Even if you decide to pay this person, you should split that down the middle. So the person is not, you know, this person's paying me, this person's not. Garbage, right? Now, there has to be a certain amount of resilience is what I'm getting here, okay? An emotional intelligence for this commitment to work, okay? Because this is a love connection. This is a romantic connection. You both want to have the commitment. You both want to bridge the, you know, you want to, there are things here that have been eating away at it, at the foundation of it. Thank you, Spirit. And you're trying to build over it. You can't, because you have to look at your foundation. Okay, you can't go above it. You have to look at the foundation. Okay, that's what I'm getting from this. Like, you know, it's, could we go around it? Could we build over it? Could we do that? Yes, we could, but we're not going to. Okay, or it's not really a good idea. If you try to build this bridge without fixing the foundation, there are losses to be incurred, and they get bigger over time. Okay. Yeah, this is going to require work. Okay, there are some misunderstandings here. There are some things here that we're not exactly clear about, and we shouldn't move any further until we're clear. And that's your decision, but it's going to require emotional intelligence and maturity and experience here. And if neither one of you have that, this is where the third party can come in and make a difference here. Okay? And please, I'm hearing this clearly. Mother-in-laws, father-in-laws, relatives, no. I'm hearing distinctly, like, no. No. Not the relatives. Okay? Third party. Outside person that you both agree on. Okay? And if you can, make sure that the both of you are paying for this. Okay? This is going to require work, because somebody here is a little bit wasteful, a little frivolous. Someone, in a way. It's not big. It's not. I don't want you to think, like, you know, this person likes to buy sports cars every year, you know? It's not that. It's not. It's small. It's small little things that's going to irk the other person. Or small little things that becomes bigger over time. And I don't think that maybe the person who's doing it in this relationship doesn't really pay attention to it. It's like, well, okay. Okay, they're bringing this up, so I'm going to bring it up. I'm the kind of person who never thought about things on an annual, per annum basis, right? I never thought about it like that. I think about things more month to month. And I don't really look at it as, okay, if you tell me, well, it's $6 every month. Okay, it wasn't until someone pointed out, that's over $60 a year. And I'm like, wait a minute. You tack on fees, you tack on this to that $6, and every year this is what I'm doing? Every year. It made me look at it differently, and it also made me very aware of where per year that amount of money could be invested in a different way. See what I'm saying? But it took another person to point that out to me. Because once you get to over $60 a year, in 5 years, how much money did you give to this situation or this vice? Or because I'm thinking this is a vice, okay? Because that's what I'm getting. How much money did you spend on that vice? Every year for 5 years. In that 5 years, what would you have preferred that you'd done with that money? Right? So you're going to make the effort here to see it the other person's way, but also to look at the situation, because this situation, like I said, it's small, but it can become bigger. And by looking at it from an outsider's perspective, looking in, even if it's an expert, it could be an expert, right? You could sit down with the accountant. Now, accountants scare me because then they know every little thing that I did with all of my money and how I'm not always behaving consciously with my money, right? I probably would feel less naked being naked than having someone open up my books and say, what is this? So, in order to come together and not feel that anxiety or that bondage or that guilt. There's a guilt here. Wow, there's guilt. Listen, the guilty punish themselves. Resolve this, okay? Resolve this so that both of you can come together, with the understanding and on a common ground. You're not going over it. You're looking right at it. You're building a strong foundation, but also that there are no parts of you where you're self-sabotaging or the other person is self-sabotaging, right? Because remember, like I always say, the guilty punish themselves. Guilty people can just go. I'm just saying. I have no use for guilty people. You have got to work on that, because you are going to constantly be punishing yourself. It doesn't matter whether you are truly guilty of anything. If this is guilt that was passed down to you, if this is shame that you've internalized as guilt, you know what I'm saying? Like, those things hinder your path. So you gotta do the work. All right? Because this relationship, money. Ooh, it's money. November should just be the money month. I had to do the love readings because I like those now. This relationship, this union, this bond deepening requires the financial stability, right? Like I said, this person is your person. I'm seeing that, right? Right? This is the kissy face, I love you, we love each other, we're really together, this could work kind of thing, right? And it says this could be the one. You have to keep an open mind. Like I said, the person to help you is a third party who is not emotionally invested, because apparently someone, either you or your person, is truly invested. Like oh boy. Yep. Mm-hmm. You gotta work on this. Oh boy. Yep. Okay. So I'm not getting it's this monumental thing. There's small little tweaks. I got that twice. There's little things that we need to look at. Okay. They're vices. There are things that you do emotionally with your money, okay? Right? And there's the guilty punishing themselves or laying traps for someone else. That too. See, because sometimes when we're behaving in a lower vibrational way, we want to pull someone else into that energy, right? So we have to point out their vices. We have to point out what they do bad with money. We have to say, hey, I knew you were going to do that. I knew it. I set this up just so you would do it so that you wouldn't be better than me, right? Let's not do that, all right? Let's not do that. This is your person, right? Okay? You have to look at the money angle. People spend more time, thank you, Spirit. People spend more time looking at their wedding, what kind of cake they want, what their preferences will be for the food, than they do sitting down looking at what kind of financially healthy person they are and what kind of person the other person is, okay? Because if you're a saver and they're a spender, great, okay. Where can we bring that closer to the middle? Where can we find that middle ground? Because you're helping this person to be stronger. They're helping you to be stronger, right? They're helping you to not to die a crotchety old person holding on to a nickel, because you really could have probably used that for warmth, for fuel for the fire, but no, gonna freeze to death. Save that money. They're trying to help you not to do that, and you're trying to help them to not die penniless, right? Okay? There's a happy medium here. And so we have this, and this will not move forward, because I'm getting that. Like, this will not move forward. Either you or your person is like, no, I will not move forward unless there is security here, there's balance here, there is equal give and take here, and we are very clear about what's happening here financially, okay? Because this is my trap setting card. This is me looking for it, like, hey, where's the booby trap? Where's the pit? You're on the road. Where's the pit? Where's the pit? There's a pit. There's a pit. There's a pit. Somebody's coming to rob me. Look in the bushes. This is like that paranoia, about this. So you have to really look at it, because there's an emotional attachment in small ways to this money. See, because you may be involved with someone who has lack, right? They have a lack mentality. There's never enough. Poverty is their birthright, that kind of thing. Wow. Okay. This person may have been born into a family that was prevalent. Okay. Or you. And so the poverty creates, it's very violent. It's violent in ways that I think people don't really look at it. And when you have violence, you have trauma. And when you have trauma, you have scarring, and you have this adversity to ever going back into that situation, because you just don't want to deal with it. Okay? Because it terrifies you. And people think, well, yeah, everybody's afraid to be poor. But when you have actually been that, when you have actually lived that, you are scarred. Okay? You have been traumatized. You have been brutalized. Because starvation is nothing except brutality. Okay? People don't see it that way. They see, oh, well, that's just lack of food, or they don't have the resources, or blah, blah, blah. But true starvation, it leaves scars in your soul. You will take that with you into every situation, okay? And that's not good. And it's unnecessary in this situation, okay? Let's get your closing message. Communication is key here. Okay, heed the messengers. Okay. Heed the messengers. And in this, if any part of this resonated with you, that's your message, right? Okay, Sagittarius, that was your November 2021 reading. I am going to wish you 1,000 blessings, as I always do. And I'm going to thank you for being a blessing into my life today. And I'm going to see you again real soon. Bye.